Yesterday I got home and I laid out my fence that I'm going to put across from the greenhouse over to the shed there. Laid a string line, put in some posts to hold the string line away, and I ended up moving the gravel pile that I had heaped up there because that's where the fence is going now. So I'm excited about having a fence there. I'm gonna actually buy some 1 inch steel pipe and cut it down. They come in 20 foot lengths, so I'm going to cut them in three, and they'll be roughly a third will be 6'8", which will be perfect because the fencing's about 5 feet, and then I'll hammer the 1 inch pipe down about a foot and a half, 18 inches, so it'll work. Did that after work. I just wanted to say, most people, it's interesting, your perspective, how you look at things. Gardening and working in the yard and out in it's not, I wouldn't consider it nature. It's not a natural setting, really. But it's outside. So when you're outside, it depends on your perspective. I enjoy it. I'm getting exercise. It's a value added. I'm putting in a little bit of labor, but I'm getting education. I'm learning about things. I'm practicing, and in the end, hopefully, I get a few vegetables, a few berries, that sort of thing. And I've really kind of started to appreciate the fact that there's a lot of different things that just grow naturally that you don't have to plant. I'm liking the dandelion leaves, I'm liking the nettle leaves, and I'm liking the plantain. Those are three plants that I know of, and then there's rose hips that I know, and there's a few more that I know, and it's the direction I'd really like to be able to go into. And I was saying to my friend the other day is I'd really like to have, hockey cards or like a set of cards, and as you get to know plants, you put it on a card, and then it's you possess that now. It's a skill to identify and be able to harvest and have that skill, and you go to different places and you can, blackberries is another one that I think most of us in this part of the world are familiar with, and to be able to just walk around and gather, right? Thistle's another one that I've bought in the store, and I've taken a new kind of a new choice is I would prefer not to have to buy it in the store, packaging, transportation, all these things, right? I appreciate there's people out there that are doing that, but I'm sure they'll understand that it's probably better if more people locally harvest their own herbs and plants. So I did that, laid out my fence, and I've just been puttering around, nice days, grabbing the soil blend, the garden blend at Potter's down the road, unloading it, digging my holes, putting the blend inside, and then topping it with a little bit of horse manure that's been mellowed a little bit. Working on, I can't believe really how much compost I really produce, how many potato peel, sweet potato peels, yam peels, carrot peels, how much actual compost I produce. And I'm really happy that I have worms now, and I'm going to build a covering, and hopefully we'll insulate that quite well, and hopefully those worms are happy in the winter time. I imagine if the compost is working quite well, it'll maintain a temperature that they'll be happy. I'm impressed with how loud the vehicles are as they race by. It's been very, very eye-opening. Just being out in the yard quite a bit more lately. I trimmed up the trees a little bit. just so I don't poke my eye out when I'm gardening, and they needed a little bit of a trim. Cars racing by. I'd like to go along the fence line and plant some squash, some watermelon, some pumpkins, some zucchini, like a lot of those vine crawler plants. Yeah, gardening really for me is great exercise, stretching. I'm not I'm not stressed out, or at least I don't have this view that I have to produce and I have to work because someone's paying me. This is an input. This is my input. So I'm working for myself, and the only real time limit is I have to get the seeds and the plants started before really May 15th. I need to get stuff in the ground by then. The seeds, the plants, I'm starting plants in the greenhouse, and I'm really hoping that I'll be able to start my own from seed as opposed to buying seedlings already started at nurseries, that sort of thing. I'm enjoying the fact that now I've been able to download this program. I can see that it's got its limitations, Shotcut, but it's free and it's a good start. My computer's a good start. It's not super powerful, but it's a beginning, and I'm enjoying putting little videos, and now I'm being able to dub in and have a few more than just plain video, just plain time-lapse photography. I'm able now to splice a couple different shots, couple different takes. That's been really cool. I'm really kind of enjoying just progressing, working. Busy days lately, really busy days, and it's great because there's no insomnia. When I put my head on the pillow at 10:30 at night, I'm going to sleep. There's no doubt about it. When it comes down to getting up at 4 in the morning, cooking the lunch, getting ready, going all day, and all the way till 10 o'clock at night, I don't really have a problem going to sleep. And I tell people I catch up. I catch up sleep on the weekend. I sleep until about 8, 7:30, sometimes a little bit earlier on the weekend. But I still just lounge around, drink my tea, drink my mate in the morning, read my blog posts, my blog, the blogs that I follow. Sometimes I don't go outside till pretty late. Yeah, it's been a great spring. My life hasn't changed that much in during this recent world event. My life hasn't changed at all. I mean, it has a little bit as far as having to wait in line. People are very, well, I'd call them right now very skittish, very fearful. You can see that people are very scared. And the people that aren't scared, I welcome their interaction with them. I'm not scared at all. I feel very, very healthy, and I have been focused on health and the immune system and my immune system for a long time. So I'm not concerned at all. I'm not going to go and try and lick spoons that people with diseases have or anything like that. Bathe someone's fungal feet and then drink the water like they've done in the past. But I'm quite satisfied. I'm happy with where I'm at. I really do think, though, as you progress and those plants that grow in your area locally, close to where you sleep and eat and live, those plants are special. Those are your plants. Those dandelions that are in your yard, they're for you. Those are your guys. Those nettles, they're for you. They're your guys. Whatever it is, that plantain, that's put there for you. If it's there, that means that you probably should be drinking it. The rosehip. I haven't seen rosehip very much on the coast, the lower coast here. More, I've seen it in the Kootenays. I've seen it in more the Caribou interior. Haven't seen it, so I'm gonna have to take a trip, and hopefully I get there at the right time and I can harvest some rosehip. I'm hoping to be able to harvest enough tea that'll go through the winter. So I ended up digging. It was only one hole yesterday, actually. Digging a hole, putting in the soil, putting the manure. I planted my little onions. We'll see. I'm a beginner when it comes to plants and growing and gardening. Some people have the green thumb. Some people find it extremely easy. I do think it has to do with your perspective and your attitude. Right now, I feel that as this, if success breeds success, confidence breeds confidence, if this works out, I'll be extremely happy, and I think I'll be a lot more confident. I'm gonna try and grow some winter crops this year in the greenhouse outside, some garlic, some kale, do some more research, see how that goes. Once that fence is up, it'll be nice. The dogs will be out of there. The cat will go wherever the cat wants to go. But people are commenting about, well, if you plant next to the fence, aren't you worried or concerned that people are going to jump the fence and grab your pumpkin? I'm not really that worried, because people that cook are usually people that are semi-industrious, semi-honest. Not too many people are driving by in their vehicle and seeing your pumpkin or zucchini and stopping and jumping the fence. Come on. I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. So I'm not really that concerned. I'm going to be going to MCO probably on Friday, and I'm going to buy, this time I think I'm going to buy 200 feet of packs, because I want to put a hose bib by the greenhouse there, by the fence, because right now my hose bib, I have one hose bib there on the corner of that shed, and I want another hose bib by the greenhouse, not inside. I don't want it inside the greenhouse. And then I'm going to run one right down the fence line, and I think that'll be awesome, because then I'll be able to water anything down the fence line, and I think that'll be perfect. It'll be super awesome, because at that other end, that west end, it gets a lot of sun, and I think I'm going to tell the landlord. Traditionally, my understanding is the guy who owns the land doesn't have to do anything. He gets 1/3 of the crop. That's the offer. That's usually what's on the table. He gets 1/3, and then the farmer, gardener guy, he produces the labor, or he that's what he's putting on the table. The labor, the seed, the whatever it is, everything else basically. So the guy who owns the land, he gets 1/3 for doing pretty much being the owner of the land. So that's what I'm going to propose to the landlord and say, hey, I mean, if you let me, I'll run the water, I'll take care of it, and when I harvest some tomatoes, I harvest some zucchinis, some potatoes, I'll give you 1/3. Whenever I harvest, I'll just weigh it up and give you 1/3, and I think that's fair, and I think he'll be into it. He's been really awesome, and hopefully he starts cooking a little bit more and eating a little bit less McDonald's and KFC, because that stuff's just not good for your soul. It's not good for anything, really. I'm really excited. I just bought some carrot seeds. I'm expecting a friend to send me some carrot seeds from the island. I think it's kind of like heirloom, but I went and bought some carrot seeds. I'm going to put some carrots in because I eat a lot of carrots. I'm going to put some beets in. I just bought a package of beets. And really, I'm just going to start collecting seeds and really getting into it, and maybe I'll be able to actually collect my own seeds at the end of the season, let a few plants go to seed and start trying to do that poco a poco, just small baby steps, and we'll yeah, just keep on enjoying ourselves. I think that's what it really boils down to, is this is fun. It really is. People don't, I mean, I guess it's it has to do with your character and your outlook in life, but I really enjoy being outside with a purpose that I see as being beneficial and positive.